permitted to withdraw your guilty plea. Further, I'll be at liberty to sentence you to any appropriate sentence, including the maximum sentence allowed by law. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Now, other than the promise that was placed on the record by the people, has anyone, myself, your lawyer, the prosecutor, or anyone else made any promises to you in return for your plea of guilty?
The only thing I want to interject, Judge, Mr. Tierney has indicated in exchange for the pleas that we're going to enter into this morning, there'll be no further prosecutions on the 8 victims that he's referenced. He is also, my client is also obligated to completely, truthfully, and fairly cooperate with the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Behavioral Analysis Unit as part of what we've just discussed,
Any other promises made to you?
other than what I've just said.
No.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
All right, we're going to swear.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome once again to my channel, Stop Effing Killing. I'm your host, the MOD, also known as the Method of Delivery. Please like, share, and subscribe if you find anything that resonates with you. So, recently in the news, a monster in New York has confessed to taking the lives of 8 women. Now, I'm not going to say this individual's name because, you don't have to search very hard to find out who he is. However, the problem with this is that on the surface, this individual seemed like a very successful individual. He helped co-found an architectural firm. He was married. He had 2 kids, The internet says he has a net worth of at least $7 million. I've seen some estimates as high as $100 million, but by all accounts, he's successful. He's a millionaire, or was a millionaire. And as part of his plea agreement, he's going to help the FBI, cooperate with the FBI, serial killer or, profile division to, try to figure out what makes people commit these crimes. According to worldpopulation.com, as of 2026, the country with the most serial killers is, guess who? Us. Right here in the good old US of A, United States, with 771 known serial killers. The next closest country is Russia, and it's not even close. They have 167 serial killers. And these are just the ones that we know of. There are, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of unsolved homicides, throughout this country. So who knows how many of these people walk among us, live among us, exist among us. And so I'm here to make a plea. I'm here to make a plea, and I want to say that whoever you are, male, female, regardless of your age, do a few things to protect yourself. First of all, be aware of your surroundings at all times. When you go out, don't just go out and have your face buried in your phone or in your tablet, or you got your music up so loud that you can't hear anything whatsoever. Just be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, if it's legal, carry some type of protection in your state, whether it's a firearm, whether it's mace, a stun gun, a baton, something. Just carry something to protect yourself, because this FBI profiler division, they're not going to be there if you get attacked. Most times, the vast majority of the time, local law enforcement, they're not going to be there when you get attacked. And finally, let somebody, anybody, know where you're going to go and who you're going to be with. I have daughters, and I tremble when I think about all the things that I've seen happen to people, to good people in many instances, and what could potentially happen to them. And these things that I'm telling you, I tell them all the time. Just be aware of your surroundings, protect yourself, and let somebody know where you are and who you're with. Because even though you may get attacked by one of these monsters and your life may be taken. Just that small bit of information may protect future lives from being taken. And this man, this monster, this animal with 2 legs, he committed these heinous acts for years, some of which occurred in his own house. And so, if those women, if any one of them would have just let somebody know where they were, at least law enforcement would have known where to start looking. I'm glad they caught this individual, and, you know, in my opinion, he's not truly getting what he deserves, because no matter what happens to him, those 8 women that we know of, their lives will never come back. We'll never see those individuals again. And they were somebody's daughters, mothers, sisters, aunties. They were somebody to somebody. But to him, they were just people whose lives he wanted to take. Because in the end, it's going to take all of us. It's going to take you, and it's going to take me. It's going to take we to stop these type of individuals. We can't rely on the FBI or local law enforcement. We can only rely on we, because we must stop these type of people and stop the fucking killing. My heart goes out to those families who've lost their loved ones, and have a safe day.